All right, welcome back, everybody. Dust is making obscene noises right before
we're ready
to go.
Stream,
no, it didn't go on stream,
okay.
Dust. But you know what?
No one will ever know.
I should have let it go on stream. Here we are on to Cash, the pick of Method, and we're into the knife round, which more or less doesn't really matter on Cash. But let's see what happens.
Yeah. One of the more balanced ones is, I'll talk you through this a second while we wait for the knife round to finish up here, is Cash was Method's pick, of course, but they've actually been struggling on it. I mean, they haven't been a team for long with DAVEY on, and they've only played Cash a couple of times, both of which were losses, actually, recently, to Winter Fox and CLG. Meanwhile, we've talked about how Luminosity's always kind of struggled on Cash in the past. It's been one of their weaker maps, but lately they've been good. In ESEA, they've won their last 3 catch matches versus Complexity, CLG, and 3's Up. We also saw them take it off of Titan once over at SEVO LAN. So they've certainly improved their results on it in recent times. And with that said, that might be enough to give them the edge to 2-0 this. And obviously, I think they'd be considered the more talented team of the two. So I think this is one of Method's best chances to get a map against Luminosity, but still favoring Luminosity nonetheless.
Yeah, and onto the pistol round. Might be able to have some time to just talk about the groups here. So this is Group D. It consists of Method, Luminosity, Ace Gaming, and 3's Up. So Luminosity the clear favorite when looking at that. Top 2 teams of each group advance. So Method actually has a pretty good shot considering they have already won a match against 3's Up.
Right, so they could still get that second seed. The difference is if you get top seed, you're directly seeded into the upper bracket where you have a second chance, whereas if you don't, you get seeded to the lower bracket in one game and you're out if you lose. So that's kind of what you're fighting for here is you have an equal exchange so far on the A bomb side. If it's fake being thrown at B now to pull back, but that bomb's still going to come out later over on A.
Oh, man.
Door, and they forced to rotate with that kill.
Silent really was so close to getting both those headshots. Instead, it's Fur who will get 2 until he's laid down by Justin. And how nice of Justin to lay him down under the nice shady tree there. So he's rather comfortable. But the bomb has been planted, and that is not good news right now for Method.
Yeah, they're way far away. Fur did a great job with those 2 kills to really pull that rotate and really sell that fake in a big, big way. And so we are going to see Luminosity clamp down here on this A bomb site. They already have it into a 2 versus 1. streboR obviously going to see if he can't make something happen here with this USP, but Cold is obviously hearing him storm through the A main. Already gets tagged up a bit. Cold will now give chase, get the headshot, and that is that. Luminosity, great fake there to secure the pistol round.
Yeah, so that bodes well for Luminosity, who are going to want to just have an easy path through map 2. Call it a 2-0, call it a night. Method, of course, will stand tall and try to stop them from doing this. They'll go into the force buy. Scout comes out for DAVEY. And actually, it's just Silent who I would suppose wants to get out to that op. He didn't really have... I don't even know if he had a round with it on Inferno.
Who?
Silent?
He did. Just one, I think.
Yeah,
but,
the money was never in a good spot.
Also let you guys know, this could go to a 3rd map on Mirage if Method wins, but regardless of that, in about an hour, we do have CLG taking on Conquest. So we're not done tonight after this match. We have that next match coming up after this one, so we definitely want to stay tuned for that. That'll be a great game between those 2 teams, I think, and LG will go ahead and in the process of that announcement, take
honestly,
the second round.
That best of 3 is... If we say Luminosity, you're a South American team, like boom, South American team. The Conquest CLG, that's actually like the battle for #1 in North America right now. You're still on Cloud9 Team Liquid.
You know, I don't think one event is enough to move them ahead.
They've had 2.
1 land for Conquest, I meant.
Oh yeah, true.
So
maybe we need to see more from Conquest, but frankly, I've seen enough of Cloud9 and Liquid in current form. I'd love to see them win, but
I think iBuyPower Cup will be great. Like if Conquest can have a good iBuyPower Cup on top of SEVO, then maybe you can start making that argument.
I will make it. I'm already making it. I will continue to make it.
They just got beat by Liquid just now.
Did they?
Yeah, 16-8 or something like that on Cash.
Online matches don't matter.
That's okay. I'm done with you.
Get wrecked.
Yeah.
And then, oh, they're not at the, what's the one that just got announced, the Northern Arena, another smaller NA LAN with both CLG, and CLG Red and 3's Up. Should be a pretty cool one as well.
Yep.
I don't know if that won't really decide too much in the standings of North America, probably, but
iBuyPower Cup will, and maybe even RGN, though a couple teams have to drop out of that, unfortunately. Then, of course, you know, you have maybe IM San Jose, depending on who comes out iBuyPower Cup. But anyway, we're now into the opening gun round. Silent is going to have that AWP. He's going to be bringing it over to the side of the map. Meanwhile, Luminosity is still very spread out, and Steel already was taken down by Silent Top, actually. So a great opening here from Method in this gun round. And Fallen going to take mid control, though, in the process with his own op. And oh my goodness, poor Toy.
Fallen in the checkout line at Toys R Us or something. I don't know. It's actually still a store. I'm really surprised it's in business. If Amazon was going to put anything out of business, I thought it would be Toys R Us. But Luminosity going to shift focus. Fallen evened it up there at middle with a ridiculous shot onto Toy. So
Davy's position will be interesting here. He's in sunroom, so he actually has a flank on the flank.
And now he's dead. He did get one shot, though, so maybe he made this job a little bit easier, but always even scenario is going to favor the terrorist, as Fur now just getting another headshot, takes down Silent, and Fur has absolutely been on point tonight so far in the best of 3. Very good performance on Inferno, and having a big round here on the first rifle, which is of a lot of importance, as per usual.
Yeah, really good round here from Luminosity. We'll sum it up here in just a second, as streboR does still have a shot at this. He's in a 1 versus 2. He's got some decent HP. He's found one already, but now he's run low, and boltz will finish him off, and that's the 4-0 start for Luminosity. But really just Fallen getting that pick at mid to trade things back into an even situation and get mid control on top of that. And the fact that you had DAVEY pushed into sunroom, so that pretty much left the B-bomb site completely open. And then when he tried the flank, he only was able to get an equal trade. That pretty much killed the round, I think, for Method at that point. And now they will be on to a pistol save for Luminosity to have a big chance here at extending their lead at least to 5-0.
And Fallen going to stay on that submachine gun. He's actually gets shot at first. Then Justin tries to aim over at Steel, but he doesn't have the time to do it. boltz is like, hey, this door's not opening. I'm just going to shoot through it. Fur continuing to open up the site, wanting to kill more, even aiming at his teammate there. Give him a mean look, then find Silent to kill. So he's been appeased. He's found 2 kills, and now it's just DAVEY hiding out with the deagle, trying to land a headshot. Will be spotted in just a second, but there it is. Finds Fur.
Nice little shot there, I guess, for the feels, so to speak, but still a very dominant round here for Luminosity. To be expected, though. Didn't really have much invested there from Method. So Luminosity gets that 5-0 start, but Method will be back to buying here. They have plenty of cash. They can even go for some type of double op setup if they so choose, which is very viable on CT side cash, but they will not do so. Silent will be the solo op, which he got an opening pick in the initial gun round with that op to get the initial 5-on-4, but still didn't matter as LG took mid control and quickly even the odds back in their favor. We are going to see LG setting up pretty A-heavy this time around, but still default enough, right? I mean, they still have Steel lurking over at B. They could still traverse to mid, so they're dedicated. And Silent, again, open and pick on Steel. It's the second time he's done that over on the B side of the map.
Yeah, and who will even it up for Luminosity? If anybody, it was Fallen last time with the kill on the Toy. He's still trying to jump and look over the smoke, and I'm sure people hear that with the new landing sounds and footstep sounds. Silent, nice one onto Fallen. So 5 versus 3 right now. Silent doing a lot for this team. streboR now moving up. He will go down to the fire, but he did kill boltz. Let's get off the dead CTs. And Cold's going to move through. Takes Justin off the catwalk. It's Fur all alone right now, and he's going to go down to Toy.
What a big round from Silent. He gets an op pick at B, immediately trucks it to A, gets a kill on the Fallen with the op, and then hides in the smoke for a third. I mean, just the speed at which he gets to the other side of the map, I don't think Luminosity were expecting to have to contest an op in A that quickly, unless they ran into a double op setup or something. But that was just such a fast rotate from Silent, and a really big play from him to secure Method's first round of the half.
So I believe 5-1 was identical to the Inferno scoreline, right? Luminosity got 5 rounds. That's when Method finally broke through, I want to say, or something similar to that. So we'll see if they can continue on. They will need to win, actually, pretty much just this one to get a save. Only boltz with boltz and Fallen with 3K. Everyone else is pretty close to 0. Yeah, oh, streboR pushing through the smoke.
Yeah,
that's going to be a really big play.
Absolutely, it could be. Again, Justin picking a kill on Fur. Cold trading with streboR still hiding in the shadows here of A main, waiting for his team to get in position. But they're getting picked up, but he still has a chance to make a big play. He steps out. He does grab one. He is traded, though, so he didn't really get as much out of that as he hoped.
Yeah, that flash pretty much cut his chances. Fallen out in middle lurking. Finds DAVEY and Silent with his op. Last man going to be... Oh, it is smoked, so he'll move on by safely to try to save this op incendiary and kit.
So he will save it, and that's just Luminosity being able to brute force their way through A. You could kind of see streboR going for the slow play there, the slow roll tactics, but he was only able to come up with 1 kill from that flank position. And I think just too many of his teammates died rotating over to help him out before he could really have an impact. And that's going to be Luminosity kind of dodging a bullet, I guess, by avoiding that big flank. But, you know, just a great round all in all from them. They've just looked really dominant tonight. They haven't really shown any weaknesses for the most part. Been tough on method-defined rounds.
Yeah, and this will push Method into a bit of a broken one right now. You'll see DAVEY with just a 5-7. Toy already being tested and brought down to 23 HP. Meanwhile, Cold and boltz going to go into Squeaky, which also both teams put in 2-man hit squads, and they collide. Luminosity coming out ahead, and that nade should finish off Toy. Yep. 4-2.
Yeah, it's a quick exchange in favor of Luminosity. Once again, just getting these kills. DAVEY still inside the site, able to pick up a kill at the 5-7. They collected him 4, but they're in a 3-on-2. Mid control here for Luminosity, so they can kind of still sway either side depending on what opportunity they find, but instead they find Silence Op, but they do have an open B bomb site. They knew when they saw Silence Op at mid and where DAVEY was positioned that they had a free B site. They will get the plant. Now they'll play the 2-on-2.
Falling in a very good spot to catch anyone who's running down. Will miss the shot onto DAVEY, so he'll need to fall back. Silent with his op has been very, very good this match. Unfortunately, it's only got them 1 round. Maybe this is going to be the second. It is Silent. And what is that, 2 op kills, 1 with the P250?
Mm-hmm.
And DAVEY will, well, okay, Silent gets the kit and will get the bomb as well.
Yeah, big plays here from Silent. He's really been kind of the key factor in both of their round wins. I think both of the round wins that they've had were triple kill rounds for him. So there you have it. He's really been kind of the guy toting the weight here for Method in this game so far.
Let's see where Silent will go. We're taking his op out to B, who will be the Lone Ranger there on this round, doubling up on middle. It's going to be Toy and DAVEY. That leaves streboR and Justin at A. And Luminosity actually working their way over the boost. It's Molotoved off for now. I'm sure they'll put somebody up. And our man watching the B push, that's going to be Steel hiding out in the sunroom.
Yeah, we've seen Silent time and time again getting that initial pick on the steal over at B to get the 5-on-4 start. This time it'll be Toy who gets the first blood, but Cold and Fur quickly trade to take over mid control and get the man advantage back on their side of things. But we still have Steel lurking at B. Silent's still onto it, but I mean, they're just kicking all the aggression on Luminosity side. Now they have a 4-on-2.
Yeah. It's going to be, again, a lot of work from Silent. And this was an expensive round. I guess the op from Justin has probably come off of Fallen, but even still, to lose here, it is not good for Method. Having just reset that bonus. And they know exactly where Silent is. That's a smoke. You can't fool Fur. He's going for the knife, and he gets it. 1,500 bucks in his pockets. 2K on the round. Gets that op back. He'll throw that over to Fallen, and we're under round 10 with a very broken Method.
Yeah, that's brutal. Call it BM, but that's money in the bank. Can't wait to see you, Fur. You can tell Silent a little bit heated about that, but in a friendly way, of course. And with Method having their money reset like that, it's been reset twice. You know, as soon as they get around, they get beat right back down, and they're into some type of saving situation. And in fact, I wouldn't even be so sure if they double save at this point. I mean, they might do some type of force next round, but it won't be the greatest of buys, and that's going to allow Luminosity a lot of leeway to really start pushing this lead in a bigger direction. They already have an exchange over at the A bomb side as well, but you know they're fighting pretty well here on Method to keep themselves in.
They could just win the round. It's 3-on-3 right now. 2 men still with armor. Galil actually for DAVEY. Silent with, opportunity to get one more, and he does. Finds Cold. Fallen takes Toy out of the round. Fallen very, very low, though, and spotted through the side of that smoke. So it's just boltz and a 1-on-2. A winnable one. He does still have to get out to the bomb. And he's kind of stranded on the site, hoping for a mistake to be made. Doesn't have any utility to work with. DAVEY with just one Molotov. I don't know if it'll even have to be used. The bomb's still down on forklift. That's the difficult part here. He's got to walk through their crossfire to get to it. boltz just trying to isolate the 1v1s. There it is. He gets it. Finds his opening. 27 seconds left in the round. He's killed Silent. Now it's just DAVEY, who's already used that Molotov, put it on the bomb. Sees a player coming through fork, though. Will not be denied. He wins the round for his team on what is essentially full eco round. There were a couple 5.7s and I think 3 Kevlars. So that allows them to get another rifle in. Luminosity also not broken.
Right. I mean, Luminosity will be able to put together a purchase here, but a loss here probably leads to a save. But at the same time, Method is still in that boat where their ship is going to be sunk if they lose this round, right? That economy is going to be reset. And so they need to be very careful here. They've yet to be able to string 2 rounds together in a row this half, and this is definitely the time where that needs to happen if they want to avoid Luminosity just jumping to an overbearing type of lead.
Oh, Toy in a tight spot. On fire. Is able to slide out with anyone realizing he was even there. But he did take half of his life for it. Luminosity with a bomb at B and the smokes, the crisscross smokes. boltz finding the opening onto Toy. Looks like they really had a reason to suspect he was on that right side. And here comes the B split.
Yeah, really good. On top of the crisscross smokes, they also had one land on the top of the roof to even block CT or someone from watching them jump across from the fence. So that was really nicely added touch to the attack. And now they're going to get into that B bomb side off of the split. Going to get the bomb plant. They have a 4-on-3. Pop flash and Molly's coming in to try to see if they can't push in here and make a play. The Strider has been started in heaven, however, so they get the information on what's going on. But he's still getting kills. It's still close.
Wow, and Fallen gets caught so blind. Not sure what Silent was doing just sitting in front of the site like that. Maybe thought he was behind the headshot ledge. streboR going to have to move in. Double spray down here in checkers, and that'll be the round. Justin's already on the bomb, and the 10-second music hasn't started yet. There it goes.
He will be able to get it. So well done there from Method. It's a well-designed retake, being able to use their incendiary to kind of hold people from hiding in the back of the site. Silent getting another nice op kill. He's been really on point with that thing throughout the game. And finally, Method are able to string together a couple of rounds in a row here, avoid their money being reset. Money still is a bit low, however, so they're still struggling. But at the same time, they've now forced Luminosity into like basically 2 force buys in a row. So they're whittling down the economy of Luminosity finally and getting in a better position. I mean, this map is decently balanced, a slight CT leaning, but they still have a chance to come back into this, and this is another big opportunity to get a collector round with Luminosity so low on utility.
Yeah, it seems like Luminosity might want to just keep buying until they get max bonus again. Never stop buying and keeping the aggression on Method. They might stop if Method has a clean round of just like 5 surviving, but as long as Luminosity keep making it costly, and there they do, Fur getting the opening onto streboR, who was blind.
He was pretty blind.
Yeah, Fur was just straight up taking advantage of the disabled right there.
You can't get more blind than that for the most part. And Toy, though, responding quite nicely. Justin also from quad able to get a kill. Now it's a 2-on-4. Fur equalizes it a bit, but he's down to 1 HP.
That's friendly fire there, right? No,
Yeah,
that's Toy. Sorry. No, he was.
Toy got hit by a teammate.
Oh, all right. Well, there you go. Back me up, Dust.
I got you. Banana gun.
Yes, the 5.7 does have a banana on it. Woo! These 16/32 tick kills, whatever they may be, look absolutely ridiculous.
Steel trying to go for this still. But unfortunately for him, DAVEY is just waiting for it there in a kind of an unorthodox location. Is able to pick up the kill on the off angle. And
Miami music.
Method. 3 rounds. I can't hear any of this stuff, so I can't really enjoy it with you and make good banter about the music.
I'm sure it's actually just making everybody really upset, but
maybe.
It's a pretty small sound clip. I have it really low. It's honestly really low. They might not even hear it either. Toy needs to get the MVP more, though. Hotline Miami has some of the best music in the biz. As Steel just faking off some view flashes when he's actually wanting to run out middle. You can see through X-Ray, though, that the CTs have gone for a counter boost, but Fur, with a Tech 9 force buy again, trying to keep it costly, opens up onto the A site. Fallen is in there with a kill as well. 3-on-2, and look at Steel just lurking around. Hits the 1 dig onto Silent, no problem. Now is picked up in op, so Steel going to be a lot more comfortable with that. Saw him opping a little bit earlier on Inferno and looking pretty decent with it. And Fallen closes it out.
Call that the Fur 9, man. He's just been nuts with it tonight. Anytime you think Method's finally getting back into the game, they're starting to close the gap, they're getting some rounds together, Fur comes out of the Tech 9 and blows it right back up, I feel like. And it happened right there. Method immediately forced to save. And while they had the 3-round winning streak, the rounds were quite close. And so it immediately forces them into a save situation. So this is not good news, as LG will just run under the blender as they tried to push B.
Well, looks like Method will blend. Justin trying to escape. Maybe make it a little bit more expensive. He's got the Shadow Daggers. And
You just get the biggest hard-on for
You know,
Shadow
let me
Daggers,
have the
man.
Shadow Daggers, and he's got a Sand Dune souvenir. I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
every souvenir that anyone has ever opened has just been a Sand Dune or what is it?
Right.
Safari Mesh. Like, they're all so ugly.
I would pay for you to, like, just record yourself opening a thing of Shadow Daggers.
I haven't. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'd be like, woo. Got him.
Okay. The way you sell it in your cast, it makes it seem like you would just lose your mind for one. But anyway, we're in the last round of the half. So far, an equal exchange here. Steal again, last round Opper, kind of like it was on Inferno.
Yeah, DAVEY on tilt.
Yeah, he got him, finally. That's finally still getting an opening pick. He was kind of dying a few times to Silent Top over there, but this time he'll be the one doing the opping. And still Method, though, doing a decent job to keep it close. They actually have it into a 3-on-2, but Justin got spammed a lot there, actually, down to 17.
Some nice banter going on. Hashtag great banter here between the players. They're doing our job before us, Dust.
Yeah, of course.
So this round, the last round of the half, could still be pretty close. Oh, there's Toy with a nice one, taking out boltz. Two players are low. There's a small chance. It is cold after all, right? The big star right now of Luminosity.
Apparently we need to watch Silent Pop Flashing this be main.
Yeah, Auto Director sometimes has strange ideas. They're like,
That was important.
Wait for it, watch this. Meanwhile, 4 people have died. Oh, here's Cold, still trying. That's, okay, Toy was one of the low players. Justin's in a very good spot. This will likely go unchecked, especially if Silent makes his way over and starts distracting. Silent's actually on the flank, as we saw him. That's why Auto Director put it through there. They added context. Silent, they know, is coming around the other side. Don't question the robots, Dust.
Sorry. He's getting to a point where he's going to be forced to actually plant, which means they can push them together, and they do.
No way.
Oh, almost had the spray transfer. That was a nail biter. But it is going to be Method who does secure it, so they will get 6 rounds on their CT side, and that's manageable. Again, I think this map has a decent balance to it. Yeah, sure, a slight CT leaning, but if they can win pistol, tie it back up 9-9, there's still certainly some hope here for Method. And again, if they are able to win it, they will force it to a map 3, which would be a Mirage. No matter what, though, we do have that CLG Conquest game going on in about an hour, so like we said, just don't go anywhere until this game is over. We still got some more to bring for you.
So, second half. What are these noises, Dust?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I hope that was not what I thought it was. Stream will love it. Gotta look at the chat for that one.
I think an elephant.
I think that was an elephant. It might have been an elephant. A very quiet, tiny elephant in the room. As Toy, already out mid, who's found Fallen. So he's down. And now they're working their way. 3 people up highway. Silent has got a kill into A main. That was boltz that he killed. And Fur can't even bring in that trade. 7 bullets. Finds the one-shot onto Toy, but now being shot at from behind. Still manages to turn with the 180 and grabs one more. So
this round.
Cold. What's Cold going to do? Get shot in the face. Good effort, though, from Cold.
And indeed, he did. So there you have it. Pistol round being won there from Method. That's going to allow them to creep right back into this game. If they can, you know, ensure that they don't fall prey to some type of force buy here from Luminosity, which all the Deagles are coming out here for Luminosity. Just all the Deags, except for Fallen. He takes a P250, but it's a lot of Deags.
And I still respect Fallen. Nah, I don't know. I mean, the Deagle is obviously a respectable weapon. It's a really expensive force buy. Like, it really hurts your, well, I guess fourth round rifle round as a CT. That's when you choose to go for it. Silent.
I feel what you're putting down.
Thank you. So the Room Broom's doing what they're supposed to do, cleaning up the dirty force buyers.
Whoa. There's no need to be prejudiced against force buyers.
And there is streboR with the AK doing nothing, so a ton of money for Method on this round.
Yeah, so Method putting themselves in a position to tie this game up. Luminosity shouldn't have anything invested into this one, so it should be a breeze to 9-9, but we'll see what they can actually do against some of these gun rounds. I mean, there's quite the skill over there on the CT side of Luminosity between Fallen's Op and Fur and Cold, and even, you know, boltz and Steel being able to step up when needed. They will get aggressive here on B, actually. They get an equal exchange. They still haven't figured out there's one behind the box. It's going to be boltz, but he's not able to do anything else. He will go out. And so now it's a 3-on-2 post-plant situation here for Method. And they should be able to put this one away now.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't too bad considering it was just a full-on eco there. A lot of just vanilla pistols from Luminosity. And Fallen might even find one more. Nope, Toy takes him down, 600 bucks for him. And, yeah, just lost SMGs, so a ton of money for Method to go into this. It's been tied up, and Method does have quite the equipment value advantage going into round 19.
Absolutely. I mean, they have the op on Silent. They have full utility on everyone else. Head armor across the board. They're going up against Luminosity, who's pretty low on utility, actually, the whole choke points and make retakes work. And Steel also on the FAMAS, but still going to get aggressive with his FAMAS. He's also having a teammate push with them for trading purposes, but it's not going to be necessary. They'll just get all the information, but they're not going to be able to rotate fast enough for this A-hit coming in.
Yeah, they didn't continue to push through. They're actually falling back, but it might not even matter because Fur doesn't need any help. All right, maybe now he does.
Nah,
it's boiled down to a 2 versus 2. He certainly had an, I mean, he could have hit that shot.
He had a good run.
Yeah, he could have had 3. Oh, and I don't know if DAVEY throwing that smoke. Yeah, couldn't quite pull that AK back out. Hand over face for Cold.
That was great.
Taps the bomb, spots the man jumping. Just lobbing over. That incendiary and Silent with the P250 will go down to Cold, who has a kit.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a big stand by Fur, right? I mean, it was a quick A hit. It was a double B push. It was rotate was really far off, but he was able to get 3 kills, and that pretty much minimized the issue they were having with how quickly the rotate could come into effect. So really well done there. That's the opening gun round met by Luminosity. Method's still able to get a full purchase here. They did get a bomb plant. They had some money stored up from those first 3 round wins, but this is the round that could break them if they're unable to come up with this one. Luminosity's still on kind of a crazy buy, with still only being able to afford a P90 and boltz on a FAMAS, so they're still a low buy, but Fallen gets an opening pick on the B rush. Yeah,
dinks
that was
onto his teammate right there.
Gave him a bowl cut, man.
And the B is taken by Method. It's going to be a big retake. Steel's found out an op. He gets away from that P90. Will they expect Justin? They will. Steel hitting that shot now. Able to get out of the vents is Cold. There's a man playing back on the blue tarps. Toy, low HP. Cold's going to move in. And, oh, Toy does actually get the one. Cold quickly on the trade out. So the last 2 defenders stuck in the site. Not really where they want to be. Hard to set up a crossfire from this position. streboR actually just kills his teammate. Still lands a headshot onto Cold and a chance to win the round, but no.
Do you realize that DAVEY's been the target of every TK for Method tonight?
What, he
Poor
died?
guy.
He died to the nade on Inferno.
He died there.
And then he got killed there. Has he died any more times than that?
He's also dealt his fair share of team damage early in rounds. Like, he was the one who hit up Toy a little bit there on their way into the B-bomb site. But nonetheless, well done there from Method to block that one out. I mean, they were in a 2 versus 3. They were stuck inside the site. And though DAVEY did kill his teammate, or excuse me, streboR killed his teammate, DAVEY, he's still able to, you know, help lock down the round for Method. And they tie it right back up 10-10. And they put Luminosity onto kind of a weird force where Fallen does have the op. The rest are just on pistols, however.
And wow, DAVEY getting Steel before he can even push through that smoke to get into middle. And Fallen with the op. Where is Fallen? Fallen just playing at fence right now. Waiting for this A main smoke to go away. Looks like Fur has been boosted on the wooden box inside of the site. I think Silent has spotted him. Yeah, nicely done. So getting that opening. Jumping up onto the side box as Fur with that CZ does get one. Maybe a chance for another, but streboR too quick as he rounds the corner. Bomb going to go down. DAVEY continuing to frag, and streboR going to get Cold as he comes up over the white truck.
Yeah, well done there from Method. I mean, just holding off. I mean, it was a forced buy from Luminosity with just pistols, so it wasn't to be expected they would have a good chance at success. And now on this round, they'll be pretty much on a full save, so it's going to give Method a chance to extend the lead a bit more before Luminosity is really going to be able to properly contest against them. And that's great news for them because they really want to try to force this third map. They want to try to push this into Mirage and try to really still have a chance at this. Remember, getting first seed out of the group gets you right into the upper bracket. So that is certainly a big deal. There's a big difference between coming out of this group first or second when it comes to getting into the playoffs for the qualifications. So a lot weighs on this, and Method, you know, putting in a good effort here.
Yeah, and already, I don't know if it's 100% official, but Complexity Gaming went 3-0. So it looks like they're into one of the semifinals in the upper bracket already.
Yep.
So good on them for that. Certainly started off with a pretty rough existence when they first formed up the team, but they seem to be getting it together and doing quite a bit better.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of their online has also been better, and they're starting to pick up some good wins in the ACA as well. So they're really starting to. That's the team I'm most curious to see at the iBuyPower Cup for NA. I'm really curious to see what they're able to do on land. Obviously, we want to see if Conquest can kind of have a repeat performance of Sivo, but Conquest is kind of that wild card. I really want to see what they can put together. But let's get away from that here and get into this game. Luminosity going to be on the full buy, and the huge push into A main here from Ferg. Gets into lockers. I'm not sure he was detected. He will be able to get the kill on the streboR. Silent will try to trade. He is able to do so, but he takes a lot of damage in the process here. So Method getting slowed down a bit from these plays from Luminosity, and we'll see how they gather themselves back up, what they want to do here.
Yeah, bomb's still down right now for Method, so they're going to be taking it slow, trying to get another pick. And Luminosity just sitting tight, waiting for the move of Method. None of them are getting aggressive. None of them are trying to push. No one's flanking. Just simply holding their spots. Fallen over in the back of the A site with that op.
They are going to boost one mid here with Justin. Toy will actually assist them, so they are going to get mid control here. And I mean, Luminosity's giving it up. They're just stacking 2 in each site. But it is going to be a mid to B split here, and so Luminosity has to come up big. Their rotate's far away. They really got to see Cold Steel be able to find some frags here to keep Luminosity in the round.
Cold in a very good spot. Steel gets 2, and Cold not even tested. Does actually have to take a bit of a fight there with Justin, but wins it in a very, well, I guess it started off 4v4, but when it came to defending B on that split, that was pretty clean.
Yeah, really, really well done. I mean, it got a little bit scarier there when Method gets mid control and they're able to split the B bombs like that and have a 4-on-2 engagement over on the B side of the map with the rotate so far off. But Steel and Cole get 2 kills apiece and hold that attack off, and now they're right back into things here. Method's still able to get together a buy, though. Money is pretty low after that purchase, though, so they're a little bit at risk, but so is Luminosity. If they get their money reset, that would be massive. That could be taking the game at that point. This time, Justin going to be the casualty of a team kill. A lot of those going on for Method, but they're still storming through this round, and if they win this one, it would set them up so well to win the game.
I mean, I guess as long as your toy, you kill 2. Like, it still was a 3-on-3, right? He killed his teammate, but he did also kill 2 other people. I don't know. Obviously, you don't want to kill your team, but sometimes it happens. I've definitely done it.
It's been like 4 times tonight, though.
Yeah, it has happened a little bit. They're a bit trigger happy, I guess. We're looking to get these frags real quick. Oh, Fallen. Fallen almost had to kill Steel to get that as well.
That was some, I don't know what that movie is.
Maybe there's just some teammates
what is the movie
holding their teams down that need to get out of the way so people can hit their shots.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you remember, you know the movie I'm talking about where they like curved bullets? Wanted. Yeah, it seemed kind of like that a little bit there for Fallen, but it's a big round for Luminosity. Had they have lost that, they'd be in super saving territory, and Method could just maybe have walked away with the game. But now, as it stands, both teams' economies are quite fragile. Whoever loses this is probably likely taking a save, and that's going to be, you know, a 14-12 situation for whoever is on the winning end of that deal. And that's really, really big news for how this map's going to play out. And Fallen catching DAVEY right away on that boost. The rest of the Method gearing up for some type of A hit to see if they still can't make this work, but plenty of people in position to defend against it.
Yeah, Fallen took 47 damage from that HE, but still decided to peek back out. What a shot onto Toy, getting him through the side of the forklift pallet there. That was a nice one, and a 3rd, and a 4th Fallen. That's why this guy is a star.
Yeah, I mean, I think I mean, obviously he's South American, but I really think he is probably the #2 opper in the region. When he's on, I know he's had a couple, Skadoodle. I mean, I think,
sure.
I'm sorry, man. I gotta hold up Skadoodle still.
Fallen might be #1.
I mean, he's contesting it pretty well, but he's also had a couple of off events in his own right? Especially at Cluj, that Dust 2 game in Cluj was a big one.
Yeah, those games out of groups at Cluj.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so Method. Oh, streboR, nice shot from the back of Checker, and it looks like they might have themselves another round to keep this one tight going into maybe even a full 30. This could even end up 13-13 unless Fallen and boltz put something ridiculous together and get onto this retake, but that should be hard. Everyone on Method is set up. They got the nice...
Yeah, they're not even going for it at this point. They're just looking for exit frags.
Semler always likes to say triangle of death. And like, what do you when you got 4 people? Like quadrilateral.
A square of death?
Yeah, but they weren't set up. They weren't set up in a square though. Certainly. So, maybe like B-site Mirage, you probably get set up in a square pretty easily.
So a trapezoid?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, just make up shapes at this point.
Oh, like trap of like what is it? What did you say it was similar? Because it's a trapezoid.
I like it.
You like it? I figured you would. You're a man who respects.
Oh, streboR's
okay.
streboR's got the mustache knife.
Oh, I thought you were gonna come up with some other.
I
really
think is that the
brilliant
mustache knife?
wordplay. I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Look at it, the Huntsman Slaughter. It's got like a mustache on it.
Oh.
I think it's the M9
I didn't know that was a thing.
that has that pattern. It's pretty funny. But here we go into another rifle round. Steel pulls out the SCAR-20 as boltz has already gone down. Fernando in a really good spot, lurking around the end of that forklift. Only able to actually to get the one, however. And Steel and Cold are out in the cold.
Yeah, I mean that was really big. That Fur only gets one kill, kind of similar to the play that we saw streboR make in the first half, where he went through the smoke and only got one kill. If you're gonna make that play, you got to turn it into like a multi-frag if you're really gonna make it work and secure the round for your team. And unfortunately, it doesn't happen. So Method, great entry onto A here. They're gonna push this thing to 14-13. Op and Auto Sniper being saved. I don't even know if they realize an Auto Sniper's in play. I don't think Steel took any shots or anything with it, so they may not know that they're up against that. So if that is correctly placed next round, it may catch Method off guard and give Luminosity a real chance to even it right back up. We'll just have to see.
Okay, that's a big weapon to remain on the field of battle on Steel.
Unfortunately for them, though, everyone else is pretty much on pistols as that falls op. So this could be where Method pushes it through into a third map if they can win this round.
Well, if people can win with Scout and a force buy behind it, they could probably get it done with the SCAR-20 and an op. Although, yeah, I'd rather be in Method's position. That's for sure. One, they've got the lead. Two, they've got the better weaponry. But now they've dropped the bomb in a forward position, and the two scoped weapons are on the B site. Method taking heavy casualties. DAVEY going to try to bring it back into it. He'll take the SCAR-20 away from Luminosity. Fallen is still up here, though, and he is dangerous. And Fur now has picked up the SCAR-20, so it's right back. And finally, Justin going to smoke off CT.
Fur just spamming the bomb spot through the smoke, trying to see if he can get anybody, but no one going to push. They kind of know that's still in play. They're also worried about the pressure.
Fires very well timed.
And boltz is keeping their attention occupied here at Vince. He finally gets taken down, but Fur finds a kill. Now it's a 3-on-2 for LG with the bomb still down.
So the auto sniper is good for 4 kills this round. Steel grabbing the first. Fur picks it up, claims another 3, and Fallen had a nice op shot there from upper.
And now it's double op and auto sniper? Whoa.
Why not, man? Cache is probably the best map for auto snipers.
I would say
and
train,
streboR
maybe?
has been shot in the face by Justin. I'm not sure what that was about. I don't know if they're angry. I don't know if
they are a team known to get tilted. I will say that if you have voice enable on, you will many times hear this team go into a fit of rage. This is not the right time to do it, though. This is where you still have a good chance to close out this map, but you got to win this round. This is the one. This is the biggin, as we would say in the South United States.
We would say that. Although I'm so far in the South, I'm in the North again. It gets a little confusing over here in America, but let's see. streboR taking more damage now. Hasn't even seen an enemy, and he's down to 25 HP. It's a rough life. I guess streboR will just have to go out, be a pawn.
DAVEY's been able to press pretty far here, being able to get all the way into checkers. I don't even know if he was spotted. I don't think so. Steel kind of keeping it out. Knows it's a possibility, but they're not sure he's there yet. So he could really cause a big disturbance here, as the rest of the team is still setting up for some type of A-hit, looking for picks, and they will find boltz what's on top there. So a good opening pick, and like I said, DAVEY's still in a great position to cause problems.
Justin has got out a squeaky fall. Will miss that shot. Fur, a lot of this round going to be on him, but he gets flanked. Only able to get streboR. Justin finds another really nice shooting by Justin, and here's Steel with the SCAR-20, takes down DAVEY. They'll try to save that for one more round. So far, Luminosity have had this auto sniper for what, like 3 rounds now, and have managed to keep it up every single time, even when losing?
That's pretty much all they're going to have. And maybe he doesn't even hold on to it. There's definitely some chase being given here from Method. If he doesn't save this auto sniper, LG literally has absolutely nothing to use to try to push this thing into overtime. So, I mean, Method are in a really good spot here to catch LG.
Well, Justin has dropped down. I wonder if Steel heard the boots hit the concrete. If you can tell with all those new fancy sounds exactly what materials they're walking on. Nice, get some Hotline Miami in there.
So it is 15-14. This is Method's shot to try to put this into Mirage, which would be our third map. if Method is able to punch this final one in and keep themselves alive in this series to battle for that top seed from the group, trying to get that direct seed to the upper bracket of the playoffs in this qualifier. And again, we talked about Luminosity does not have a whole lot to work with. The auto sniper, the mag 7, and a couple of pistols, but the mag 7 in a good spot here.
It certainly is. Grabs the one. Okay. Boy, I was like aiming straight down. Actually, it can be somewhat difficult to adjust your aim, but still finds Fur. So they opened it up with 2. And a lot of this going to be on Steel now. So looking likely that we may see Mirage yet. boltz causing some more damage, though. streboR is low. And Steel is still holding out. He's actually on the A site. That seems to be where the bomb wants to go with Silent, Toy, and streboR out middle and A main. So keeping their options somewhat open, watching the flanks. But if they walk into this auto sniper, this actually could be pretty bad. We could be seeing OT perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be dependent upon whether or not Steel can make a play. I mean, his rotate's so far away. boltz and Cole are pretty much committed to B as it is, and he gets taken out without a single frag. And so, yeah, I think Method has actually done it, man. I think they are going to put this thing into Mirage. Cold and boltz would have to have just the most nuts 2v4 retake we've ever seen. boltz does pick up an AK, so that'll aid in things a little bit here, but Method's so well set up, they shouldn't really forfeit this.
Yeah, DAVEY with the boost over quad. It's going to be just on Cold now, moving in. Pretty much an impossible task. And DAVEY will get it done. So we will see Mirage. Of course, that is the map that Luminosity, it's pretty much known for. Kind of what they first hit the scene on by playing Mirage. Yeah,
they've really pushed the meta of that map. They developed the 5 smoke A hit that you see a lot of teams use now. So they're certainly not only a team that's good on it, but a team that's really helped develop the way it's played. So that certainly is a good sign, for them, being on a map that they're, so well learned on. So yeah, we'll talk about that a bit more in a minute as we will take a quick break here.
Wait,
when we come back,
not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Okay.
We've got some information coming in. The third map of this series will just be played offline. Luminosity is needed for a match in another league.
That is depressing.
So we are very much sticking to this schedule, so apologies for that. We'll just keep the schedule at 1-1 for now.
This is all your fault. Everyone tweet at Helium Umbrella that he's a terrible human being. I want to see the tweets.
Well, you might
see them all.
People that are starting to maybe show up for the CLG Conquest match might like me because that will be happening now on schedule. No need to push that back, but it is unfortunate that we don't get to see the decider here on Mirage. So stay tuned, guys, and at 11 p.m. Eastern, we will have CLG Conquest starting off, and I'm sure that if you go to Face It or StarLadder or wherever, you'll be able to keep updated with exactly what happens with this best of 3. So we'll take a commercial break, and myself, Helium, and Dust, we will be back in a few.